I liked it. God's pleasure to give you the treasure of the awareness of the kingdom of heaven already present within you. Our Father, which art within me. All beings. Within all beings. The outside doesn't create the inside. The inside creates the outside. What we're seeing in the world now is a reflection of our individual and collective choices that we have made right up until this point. That's what we're seeing right now. And the Father, Mother, God, Principal Spirit, all that is, I am that I am, is not going to interfere with that. Because that's the freedom we have here. To free will express ourselves in any way we want. Our Father, source, being, substance that I come from, which art within me and within all beings, particularly Him, particularly they, particularly them, and particularly your enemies. Right? Our Father, which art within all beings. The next statement is so powerful. Hallowed be thy name. Sacred and holy is the name of God in you and me. It takes your breath away. I am a holy, sacred son, magnificent daughter of God. I am holy. The name of God is my inheritance. And whatever the name of God in me calls something, it becomes for me. Whatever you label a thing, Adam started labeling things in the Bible, it became for him. Whatever you call anyone becomes true for you. That's the perfect process of the divine substance and how it comes from the invisible realm through you into the physical realm. That's how it works. Our Father, which art within me, hallowed and holy be the name of I am. And whatever I am calls something, guess what? You become. So when I wake up in the morning, if I were to put on those glasses I've talked about before that said, everything I'm about to give to somebody else will first be received by me. Whoa. What a wake-up call that would be, and I don't practice this well at all most times. I still think I have one more thing to tell you. Yes. The truth is, I'm telling me, myself and I, and I'm receiving it, and you're fine, my back, my neck, my head, my headache. I'm giving it to you, and guess who's getting it? Me. They hardly even recognize you going crazy mentally inside yourself. You're giving it to yourself. That's what's going on here. So, our Father, Mother, Principal, Spirit, God, which art within me, inside creates the outside. Hallowed and holy be the name of God in me. And when I speak the word, the energy of the universe channels through me to make what I'm saying become flesh. That is the way it works. It's a divine process. And I'm glad no one interferes with that any more than my children are interfering with that, with their own life. They're on their own. I gave them what I could give them, and now they're on their own. I can be grateful, or I can judge, or I can condemn and blame and do guilt and shame, but their life is their own. And when we're all done, we'll come back to the table and go, what the heck was that? It was the dance of love. And we forgot, and we remembered, and we loved, and we cursed, and we blamed, and we're still here together in the presence of the Father who is love. Oh man, what a gift. Yeah, what a gift and what a teaching. And it's big because it means we need to be more personally responsible for our relationship every day with that divine presence. And that's why we keep saying the Lord's Prayer over and over and over again. I wish you could just say it once and it would be over. I'd be the first one to come up that aisle and say, slap me on the head, oh Benny Hill, and I'll have it forever. But the truth is, you got to do this every morning when you wake up, every afternoon when you forget, when you're stuck in traffic, when she says or he says or it says that thing that triggers separation again. Then you come back to our Father, our Father. So you'd think that we would have learned our lesson with our Volkswagen because it did keep breaking down and it needed a new motor. So we decided to put in engine number 4 in our Volkswagen Westphalia camper. And our mechanic next door, Master Mechanic Vince, said, I'll put it in for you. It'd be about $3,000 bucks. But it's a new motor. That was the thing about that car. You know, it's a new motor. It only costs $300 to buy it, but then you got to spend another $3,000 getting it put in. And everything cooked up. But we did it again. We did it again. And I was moving. We were moving from San Luis Obispo to Templeton, a little bit further away. And it was time for the new motor's first oil change. Guys, you're going to love this part of the talk.
500 miles.
What's that?
500 miles.
500 miles, first oil change. You know that one. I've changed lots of oil in my day. And so I can do this, I can get this done. So it's the first oil change, it's up on jacks, and I'm underneath the car. And he says to me very clearly now, there's 3 ways that you do the oil change in this car. One is to get the plug out to drain the oil, I've done that. The other is to take of course, the filter off. And the third is this particular motor has an internal oil filter that you have to take out and clean. Be very careful with the bolt. Because if you snap the bolt, the motor has to come out again to put a new filter in. So be very careful with it. So I'm telling you now, I'm alert. Maureen is in San Jose. She's working, doing midwifery stuff, and I'm under the car. It's Monday, and I should never do anything on Monday. I'm a worthless human being on Monday. I'm just so tired, I'm so grouchy, and I don't do anything well. And everything I start, I don't finish. And everything I touch, I break. It doesn't work Monday, but God help me, this time I was going to do it. So I'm underneath the car, and it's all jacked up like this. And I know the rule, lefty-loosey, righty, tighty. Say it again, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. I know how to do this now. I'm underneath the car, and there's the drain plug, and okay, there it goes, lefty. There comes the drain plug. The oil goes in 3.5 quarts. I got that. And I go over to I take the oil filter off. Same thing, lefty-loosey, lefty-loosey. And I'll swear to this day that I got it right. Maureen says you did it wrong, but I know I did it right. I was under that car, and I got the little bolt on, and I went, boop, and it goes, snap, snap, snap. Immediately, you know when your life goes snap? That's when you need the Lord's Prayer again, right? Oh, Father. Oh, Father. And all of a sudden, while I'm lying underneath the car, I just snapped the bolt. I feel someone kicking me on the bottom of the soles of my shoes. And I look around, and it's this woman who'd been to church on Sunday. Oh, aren't you Reverend Levy? Didn't you just give that talk on Sunday? Oh, I got so much out of what you had to say. It was amazing talking, and I'm like, tell you about my journey and Vipassana meditation, and I'm a Course in Miracles student, and I'm like, that's great, I love you, man. Thanks. Off she goes. I'm joking about it now. It wasn't a joke. It was $3,800 worth of motor that at that moment I thought I'd have to have taken out. And so I got on the phone, panicked to Maureen. She wasn't there, and I left a message on her cell phone like, you can imagine what I sounded like. And so she called me back, and she said, baby, what's wrong? Have you been hurt? It sounds like, was there a car wreck? Did you have a heart attack? What happened? And I said, oh, baby, we did. And for some reason, God bless the universe, Maureen was in the wellspring of love. She was in the Our Father consciousness. She said, I thought something serious had happened.